Evet sevgili YouTube, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt'ta kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Hatırlarsınız önceki bölümde Keira ile birlikte vahşi avın peşinden gidiyorduk.
Good thing I came with you. You'd never have managed without. He awaits us.
Gel lan buraya. CD için burada olduğunu biliyorum. Seni döverim ki. Seni döverim.
You're stubborn, Duan.
Doğan bize diyor bu arada, Doğan.
Geralt, I shall help you.
Step back.
Stop telling me what to do.
I wonder how long you last.
Ah!
Geralt, look! He's opening a passage.
Stay calm. Focus.
Aa, can topladı şerefsiz ya. Ya ben niye bir atamıyorum? Vallahi atamıyorum ya. Buna Kuan'la gireceğiz ya. Abi bir dakika, nasıl ya? Şuradan büyü at. Nasıl geliş lan? Salak seni. İnatçıyım değil mi? Hay senin. Ya başlayacağım ama ya. Ona değil, şuna dalıyoruz. Ama bu can fullledi ya.
Not good.
Bir daha o kalkana... Aa! Bir daha o kalkana gireyim deme, şerefsiz seni.
Are you well and whole? I'm here.
Sağlamız, sağlamız.
Necessarily. Let's look around.
If I have my knickers on straight, this looks like the elves' laboratory. Look, the elf left another message.
Oh. Bir dakika, bir dur. Ben şunları bir şey yapayım, toplayayım. Hatta dur, burada yağmalanacak ha.
All right. Let's watch this message.
Dur ya.
Tyrell, this place is no longer safe. Do not tarry here long.
Ha.
Trust no one. And above all, beware the witches of Crookback Bog. Try to reach the place where last we were together.
Yani buradaymış.
Where last we were together, not much to go on. Damn it.
Perhaps it's best he didn't leave a clearer message. The Wild Hunt broke in here. Surely they saw the projection.
They searched everything.
Kesin.
And if they had more time, they'd probably have torn the place to the ground. But that doesn't change the fact that we haven't learned anything. Not about the elf, not about Ciri.
Well, we know they were well acquainted and traveling together.
Wonder why they split up.
Perhaps because the Wild Hunt was on the elf's trail, and Ciri would be safer if they did.
The witches of Crookback Swamp.
Crookback Bog.
Kira, if you're hiding something,
But I didn't say.
why didn't you say anything earlier? I told you Ciri had a run-in with a witch.
Well, I had no idea you meant then. If I'd told you something, you would have rushed off to find them. But we needed first to confirm that Ciri was here, didn't we? I shall
Ay.
tell you everything now, of course.
Now, after I safely led you through the cave,
I can't believe you'd think so poorly of me. Perhaps you do bear a grudge against sorceresses.
can't imagine where that comes from.
Tanıyor musun bu
You know
cadıları?
these witches?
I've never met them, but I've read of them. In an old manuscript I found in one of the huts in the village. It mentions the village witches venturing into Crookback Bog at times to liaise between the villagers and the crones, the ladies of the wood. The crones appear to be
Ladies of the
intolerant
wood.
outsiders, but they help the local folk. Apparently, they stopped the spread of the plague in Velen.
What's your take on this?
I'd love to shrug it off as the nattering of so many old women, yet throughout my first fortnight in Velen, I had horrible nightmares. Something was calling me out into the swamps.
Yani doğruydu.
One night, I decided to enter the dream consciously, render it lucid. I confronted the thing directly. It broke contact at once. Peaceful nights ever since.
How do I find them?
The swamps are vast, dangerous, but they say the crones mark the way for peasants who wish to visit them. The manuscript mentions a chapel in Crookback Bog, and from that chapel one must follow a trail of treats.
Treats?
Of course. They didn't read you bedtime stories at Kaer Morhen.
Yine aynı şey.
All normal folk
Trail
know
of
that witches
treats.
live in gingerbread houses poised atop chicken legs.
I'll have to see that to believe it.
Take the tome and read it. I truly do believe you'll find your Cirilla. All right then. As a start, let's look for a way out of here.
Tamam, ben şu etrafı bir
Idea.
lootlayayım ondan sonra.
Why do we even come?
Mysterious mage herbalist. Mysterious mage herbalist.
Oraya gitmiyoruz. Şuradaki chestleri alalım.
Must have burned these notes himself. The hunt wouldn't have bothered.
Meaning he knew they were looking for him.
Var mı daha yağmalanacak bir şey burada?
What's this?
The potion I gave him. Seems he saw a use for it. Drank it.
Tamam, burada bir şey kalmadı. Tamam, her şeye baktığımıza göre.
Strange. My medallion's trembling, but there's nothing here. What's with this wall?
It's an illusion. I sensed it as well. I expected we might run into such things, so I brought this.
Nedir o? Madalyon.
Meaning what?
The Eye of Nehaleni. It dispels illusions. It's easy enough to build, so you're welcome to this one. It's bound to come in handy.
Bir
And
zahmet
each
veriver.
time it does, you will think of me.
Thanks.
Tamam. Abi yanlışlıkla.
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me?
Ha.
Simple, isn't it?
Let's see where the passage leads.
Kız bir büyü yap bakayım.
Do you feel that? A flow of fresh air from the left. Must be an exit that way.
Good. Let's get out of here.
Wait, there's still the magic lamp.
The magic what now?
Lamp. The elf promised it to me in exchange for my help. And since his return here seems doubtful, I must retrieve it myself.
Tamam alalım hadi.
If I can find it, that is. Will you help?
Yeah, I'll help.
Splendid. Come then.
Gel.
Gavella Glan. We're certain to find something here. Looks like another damned riddle to me.
Inscription here.
Show me.
Can you translate the inscription? I can decipher maybe a third, but that third doesn't make much sense.
Give me a minute. I was never any good at the high variant of the Elder Speech. All right. This might seem a bit literal. I'm afraid I can't
Tamam, hadi,
replicate
hadi.
sophisticated
Çöz de
internal
hadi.
rhymes.
Açalım duvarı.
Just translate it to make sense.
Aynen öyle.
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first to light his fire dared not march on the end. The second, by the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet, like the second, played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
Sounds like a riddle, all right. All right, let's see if we can solve this.
Şimdi mazgallara doğru. Ne yazıyordu burada? Dur konuş.
That inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second,
Tamam.
beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The
Üçüncü
fourth
bu.
marched not beside the first, yet like the second, played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath
Üç.
flickering stars.
Ha, dur bir dakika. Bir daha söyle.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not...
Şu.
Let's try it. Just gotta figure out the order.
4 statues, each like the other.
Söyle bakayım.
What was that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared
Tamam.
not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast.
3 bu ya.
The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen, who slept beneath flickering stars.
Allah. Değilmiş.
that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing proud in a line. First, to light his fire, dared not
Ateşini
mark
ilk
on the
yakan
end.
sonda yürüme cesaret edemedi.
Beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast. The fourth marched not beside the first, yet like the second played a tune. And thus they stood o'er their queen,
4,
who slept
1,
beneath flickering stars,
2, 3.
lit up like a charm. There it goes.
Hay ana. Gir içeri.
Gavella Glad.
What was
Abi.
that inscription again?
4 guardians, 4 flames, standing
Bu mu
proud
ilki?
in a line. The first, to light his fire, dared not march on the end. The second, beside the first, played a woeful lament. The third kept close to his faithful beast.
Bu da yanlış. Ana. Tamam, ilki bu. Helal olsun lan. 1,
Seems we did something. Gavella Glad.
2, 3. Çok şükür ama bu ya 4.
Whose grave is it? What do you think? No inscription, sadly.
Sign of the gull. If I didn't already know where she was buried, I'd guess this is Laura Doran's sepulcher.
Perhaps it's a monument to her.
Can't see the elves commemorating her this way. Heroine of a tragic legend to some, but most see her as a traitor to her race, who got her just desserts for marrying Cregennan of Laud.
Vay be,
Perhaps
öyle
the
mi?
elven mage is Lara's kin. It would explain why he's helping Ciri.
Possible.
Aa evet. Çok
This what
mantıklı.
you're looking for?
Uh-huh.
So what's it supposed to do?
I hope I'll be able to activate it. Let's leave this place, shall we?
Bekle dur. Hadi gidelim.
We going? Nahalani's eye. Ought to use it.
Wall. Güzel. Sonunda çıktık yüzeye ya. Ama iyiydi bu.
At last. But it was worth it, right? You learned something about Ciri in the
Evet,
end.
öğrendik.
Something important. Do you intend to venture into Crookback Bog? You must tell me about it afterwards.
Don't know that I'll get the chance.
Geralt, there are 2 types of men. Those who see opportunity and take advantage, and those who forge the opportunities themselves. I've always seen you as an example of the latter. Besides, I've a favor to ask you. So, visit me sometime?
Tamam, olur.
I'll stop by. You can be sure.
In that case, I shall be waiting.
Merhaba.
See ya, Kira.
Tamam, git ışından hadi. Hadi git ışından. Işından. Ne yapıyorsan yap. Güzel. Bu görevi de yaptıysak tecrübe puanı olarak kazandık ama çok az kalmış bu arada. Dur. O görevi şu an yapmayacağım. Ormanın hanımlarını oku. Bizim sözlük. Sözlük değil ya. Sözlük de kitaplar. Bu değil ya. Bu değil. Bu değil. Bu değil. Ne olabilir ki? Bunu da okuduk. Bunu da okuduk. Bunu da okuduk. Okuduk. Bunları yapabiliyoruz yani. Peki. Buradan okuyoruz. Ne oluyor ya? Tanrılar bizi terk etti. Bu dünyanın kadir olanları akıbetimizi önemsemiyor. Verene göz kulak olan sadece orman hanımları var. Çetin zamanlarda veba ve kıtlık ekinlerimizi çaldığında yardım için hanımlara yalvarmalıyız. Onlar uygun görürse yakarışlarımızı duyar ve Feri'nin feci derdini savuştururlar. Bir kişi hanımlardan nasıl yardım eder? Bir çocuk bulun, genç ve masum ve onu kambur batağına götürün. Hanımların türbesini arayıp bulun. Şekerden patikası buradan başlar. Çocuğu bu patikanın başına koyun. O bu tatlı yolu takip edecek ve iyi hanımlar bulacaktır. Çocuk bir daha hiçbir şeye muhtaç olmayacaktır. Çünkü hanımlar iyi yürekli ve cömerttir. Türbelerinin önünde durarak dilinizi dile getirin. İyi hanımlar dilinizi işleyecektir. Çünkü onlar mıntıkalar içinde vuku bulan her şeyi görür ve duyar. Şayet gerektiği gibi adak sunmuşsanız yalvarışınız kulaklarına erişecektir. Pekala. Ama bunu şu an yapmıyoruz biliyorsunuz. Yine şöyle. Dur bakayım hatta. Bu 6. seviye. Tamam, bunu yapalım o zaman. Tabi bir dakika, bir de ondan önce. Tam buradayız. Ama yok olmaz. Olmaz. Önce şuraya gidelim. Buradaki demirciyle bir konuşayım ben. Roach bir gel. Vallahi özledim seni ya Roach. Bak şu an size saldırdım. Bu arada envantere bakayım. Güzel böyle bir kılıç geldiyse falan. Nerede? Vahşi av savaşçısı kılıcı. Çelik kılıç. 454. Bizimki daha iyi. Bu arada bu gümüş kılıç çok iyi ya. Ana. Ya bu ne ya? Allah için bu pantolon ne? Rezalet ya. Neyse ama daha çok özellik veriyor. Ne yapayım? O havalı görünüşü bozmak istemezdim ama maalesef. Ama eski pantolonu satmayacağım çünkü bu çok kötü gözüküyor ya.
Maybe I should send my man to the creek. Might catch something.
Heh. Demirci yok mu burada? Haydi. Yapma ya. Cık. Demirci yok burada. %75. Şu an kaç oldu? Tamam %100.
Grab the soldier's corpses, chopped off fingers.
Koşarak gidelim şeye, Keira'ya.
The rats, why did he need them?
Bloody rodents.
Aa, keşke dinleseydim.
Kira, what are you doing?
Geralt. You gave me quite a start.
But now the Magi says bring me rats and healthy ones. Not something the cat dragged in.
This the lamp from the elf's hideout? And what's this about rats?
Nothing important. I'll explain later. Now tell me, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Sen çağırmıştın beni.
Why do you want the lamp?
You just witnessed why. To communicate with lost souls.
Didn't know you were interested in that kind of magic.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Why'd the elf promise you the lamp?
We traded for it. He needed powerful magic and sensed I was no common wart charmer. I brewed him a potion. To delay nervous tissue degeneration, stave off memory loss or some such.
Who'd he want to use it on?
He didn't say.
Any news of your sisters from the lodge?
None.
Even tried to
Bunu sordum
contact them?
zaten.
I've wanted to many times.
So, bet you saw this.
Bunu da sordum.
I'm in hiding.
Mean the person?
Yes, that's it. Witch hunters.
Changing the subject. Mentioned you wanted something from me.
I did, and still do. The Cursed Isle on Lake Windammer. You've heard of it, I'm sure. The local peasants mumble incessantly about it, about the wraiths that haunt it. They claim none who go there return.
How'd it come to be cursed?
That's what I don't know. I must break this spell, yet I've been unable to identify its source.
Tamam, gidip bakarız, gel.
Gotta know something.
Scraps. The curse is somehow linked to the tower where Serard, the lord of these lands, took refuge when Nilfgaard invaded. Claims in the village are that peasants, desperate of hunger, sailed to Fyke Isle to beg for food. Met their end there. It was a massacre.
Oo.
So, will you please help me lift this curse? You're so good at these things.
Tamam, ederiz.
So the peasants who went to the island for food, this lord had them murdered?
The villagers say he had them poisoned.
A real gentleman.
Well, I never met him. But he certainly didn't seem such a cruel man.
A mage lived on the island? Did you know it?
We were friends. Sadly, he died that day as well. Very few survived.
Tamam, bakarız ya.
Even those who escaped the Isle soon suffered agonizing deaths. Strangely, they did not seem to have been poisoned.
Why are you so intent on this?
I'm not. The local peasantry is. The Isle, miss. You've got to lift the charm. You're a good witch, a great witch.
See, I thought you didn't care for the...
I failed to lift the curse, and they could conclude I'm not so great. Not enough to conceal me from the witch hunters and risk getting...
What others think. Your image. That's all you care about.
The point is, listen, I didn't flee to these wilds just to stupidly get caught because some boar with grit under his finger...
Tamam.
Alright, I'll help.
I knew you'd find it irresistible. Naturally, you'll need to sail to Fyke Isle.
Fine. What then?
Well, the spirits who wander the Isle, you must establish a rapport with them. Don't know how, but they could point us in the direction of the curse's source.
Think they'll be willing to chat?
Of course, provided you take my magic lamp with you. I shall let you keep it afterwards in appreciation. You'll find it quite useful, I'm sure.
Can't you just come with me?
I tried to go to Fyke Isle once. Thought my head would burst, the curse's magic was so strong.
Nice of you to send me there.
I experienced an acute nasal hemorrhage. You stand to endure a wobble of your medallion at most.
Doğru ama.
At Aretusa, they trained me to detect even the subtlest magic pulses. This was like getting smacked across my haunches with a grain flail.
Funny. Thought you'd go in for that sort of thing.
Take my boat. I left it on the lake shore near the village. Should be fit to use.
Tamam.
Provided rot hasn't eaten it, as it seems to eat everything here.
How's the lamp actually work? I mean, do I just rub it, or do I have to do something, magical?
You needn't even rub. Just place it where you find bones and hear whispers. I suppose I should warn you. It might not be the most pleasant experience.
Figured as much. Tell you all about it later. Maybe skip the drastic bits.
You'll need to do neither. I'll give you a Xenovox. It's a bauble that will let us speak over some distance. You will tell me what you see, and I shall tell you what to do and look for.
Never heard of a Xenovox.
It works just like a megascope, but is far more portable. Think of it as a magic box.
Tamam.
Hard to build?
Extremely. That's why they're so rare.
So no chance these Xenovoxes will catch on with every...
Not the slightest.
Ha, iyi. Hani acaba bize yerleştirdiler mi falan diye. Aynen kanka. Şu anda YouTube'da da kayıttayım zaten.
So where'd you get the Xenovox?
Hoş geldin bu arada Serdar.
Found it in the mine along with the lamp.
Aa. Niye söylemedin bize?
Lamp at first. Didn't realize what I'd actually found until later.
Think it belonged to the elven mage?
Clearly. And I didn't even know the elves used them.
Vay be. O zaman tam ben adaya gidiyorum.
To know anything else before I go?
No, that is all. Oh, go already. I can't wait to see what you discover on Fyke Isle. Just be sure to come and see me afterwards. And Geralt. Thank you.
Rica ederim canım. Envanter. Şu muydu? Cık, o değil. Lambayı zaten koymuşuz. Lan ha. Kapıdan gidiyordum. Tamam, bunu takip edelim. Seviye 6 nasıl olsa bu. Ya. Gel. Garkolon kardeş gel. Yani Allah'ına kavuştun ya. Lütfen bak rica ediyorum. Benim karşıma çıkma o yüzden. Çıkıyorsunuz 2-3 vuruşta ölüyorsunuz sonra yani. Yapma bunu. Come on. Sen bana mı geliyorsun lan? Haydi birader. Şşt, lan ne yapıyorsun lan? Karkolon kardeş ne yapıyorsun lan? Gel gel. Siz bir gelsenize. Nasıl kaçırdın onu? Gel. Ben gidiyorum. Ben sizle uğraşamayacağım. Tamam. Geçtim ana. Bir dakika bu nerede ki? Ha bu ada. Peki. Ben oranın lanetli olduğunu bilmiyordum. Öğrenmiş oldum. Olsun. Devam. Kanka valla daha çok savaş ya.
Almost there.
Splendid. I shall contact you again soon.
Wait, this Xenovox. Can I contact you with it, or is it one way?
One way only, I'm afraid. You'll have to trust my feminine intuition.
Al işte ya.
Your what?
My feminine intuition.
Wonderful.
Kadın saz dedim. Mükemmel. Oo, gark olanlar. Yok bunlar küf iblisi değil mi? Evet. Selamünaleyküm. Nasılsınız, iyi misiniz?
Geralt, are you on the isle yet? Does the Xenovox work? Can you hear me?
What? I can't hear. Great, broke already. Sheesh. I've lived this magic.
What did you say? There's interference. You must be very careful.
Bir dakika ya, bir sal beni. Allah, aralarına girmemeliydim. Hayır, patlayacak. Onu unuttum. Gelelim sana. Onu. Güzel. Sakin ol. Alırsan artık sevineceğim. Selamünaleyküm gark olanlar. Atlama lan, yavaş oldu. Ama onu da kaçırma yani. Geralt ha. Oy, kelle gitti. Selamünaleyküm. Ghouls. Oğlum vursana. Bu ne abi? Küf iblisler yine. Hop yavaş. Gel lan aslan. Patla. Sen de gel lan. Lan ne oluyor lan? Patlıyor. Güzel. Gel lan gel. Şş. Ama onu da kaçırma be Geralt. Patlıyor. Serdar ne fotoğrafı attın kanka? Dur oğlum yayındayım bakamıyorum şu anda. Videodayım ayrıca. Bakacağım ama. Tamam bakacağım ona. Ne be? Şşt, lan ne oluyor lan? Ha dur şeyden seçeceğiz bunu. Şuradan seçeceğiz. Ha. Oo, daha bir dakika. Bunlar sürü halinde geliyor ha? Şunları yak artık. Hah. Onları da yemeyeydim. İyi olacağı da. Abi yani onu da yeme ya. Ne oldu lan? Ben şu gullara geçemiyor muyum ya? Tamam. Beni bir yere mi götürüyor bu? Anlamadım ki. Burası da kapalı. Gel lan. At onu. Yemezler. Teşekkürler. Ben bu kemikleri nasıl bulabilirim ya? Ben aralarından koşmuştum, uğraşmamıştım. Dur bakayım.
Let's try Kira's lamp.
They're on to us. They're not letting Graham in. Quiet, fool. Babylon and the noble himself will hear you.
Nah, he sat his arse on silk pillows, like he'd been gobbling meat. With no notion he's coming to tear him to shreds.
Way's clear, lads. Adam!
Dur bakayım, böyle başka bir şey, bir yer bulabilecek miyiz, böyle başka bir şey? Mutlaka buluruz ya. Cık. O adanın başındaki yerde olabilir bak. Yani içeride olacağını zannetmiyorum ama. Ha, buralarda olabilir, dur bakayım. Bundan başka. Ha tamam, okey. Sağ ol bu arada. Dur. Bunları öğrenelim ki ona şey olmasın. Sıkıntı olmasın. Çıkarsın be. Çıkmadı peki. Tamam tamam. Dışarıda yok dedim. Bu bölgede mi yoktu yani? Kulenin içine mi gireyim yani? Dur bakayım şu etrafa da. Evin etrafına bak diyorsun bir de. Hangi ev? Kule değil mi? Şunun etrafına. Bakayım. Ha dur, bu ilaç şeyiydi. Ha bak, gördüm, tamam, buldum bunu, evet.
Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie, we gotta flee. Quick now. Millie. Millie, what's with you?
I don't know. So, burning. Ah!
What? No. No, stay back.
Don't leave me.
Allah Allah. Durup dururken seviye atladık bir de. Anlamadım ki, ne oluyor oğlum? Lan ne oluyor? Aa, yeni bir şey açıldı. Pas hafızası. Bu ne? Zırh eritme. Dur, senin attığına bakacağım. Ama şu an bakamam. Orada 50 dakika olmuş. YouTube'da da bölüm sonu diyelim. Can vermesi güzel. Ben can seviyorum. Bu genel olanlar da iyi ya. Bayağı iyi yani genel olanlar. Bence kas hafızasını az. Diyorsun. O zaman ben bunu geliştireyim ve öyle alayım. Daha mantıklı. Tamam. Dur, içeri girmiyoruz daha. Daha bir etrafa bakayım bu arada. Çünkü bitmedi abi olay. Bitseydi şey olabilirdi yani, bitti diye gösterirdi. Ama bitmedi maalesef. Biz niye kırlangıç bulamadık hiç ya? Evin içine daha varlar. Tamam, içeri giriyorum o zaman ya. Buradan değil, diğer taraftan gireceğiz. Okey. Altındaki de şal var resmen. Bu nasıl şey ya? Allah için nasıl zırh veriyor bize? De büyülü eşya yani. Ona direnç, buna direnç, şuna direnç. Mecbur aldım yani bunu.
Peasants didn't come here to ask nicely.
Place is full of rats, as many dead as alive. Think they're feeding on...
Look, Geralt, stop. You needn't be so detailed.
Pekala.
Where's that?
Dur.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him.
Öldürmüşler bunu.
Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
Ama sizin yaptığınız şerefsizlik ya. Kasıyor muyuz ufak? Böyle ufak kasıyor gibi sanki.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Nasıl gözüküyor bu arada yayına? Akıcı mı yoksa kasıyor mu? O ne be? Akıcı Sam. Ne oluyor lan? Ha iyi, okey, tamam.
Don't start, Annabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Peki loot var mı burada? Ona bakalım. Tamam, yukarı çıkacağız daha. Hah, bak.
Gold! Piles of it! Oh, won't do the dead any good now, will it? Strange it's still here. The noble died a time ago. Who's that? Show yourself. Anyone there? Who are you?
Burada bir şey olmuş. Burada bir şey olmuş abi. O ses nereden geldi? Aa dur, şurada şey varmış. Ha. Allah.
I'm at the top. Nothing here that looks like a laboratory.
Then you've not reached the highest level. Look for a passage.
Benim en aşağı mı inmem gerekiyordu? Dur bakayım.
Someone dragged something across the floor. More dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Dur bakayım. O aşağıda girmediğim kapıda bir şey vardı. Ben oraya gidiyorum. Bu beklesin. Yok, o aşağı ineyim, aşağı. Oğlum aşağıda kesin bir şey çıkacak değil mi? Böyle ağzım yüzüm kıracak değil mi? Kesin ya. Ben kılıcı çekeyim de. Şşş. Bak, kullanmaktan çekinmem kılıcım ha. Ona göre. Daha bakayım, yağmalanacak bir yer var mı? Onları da alalım. Şurada bir şey var. Zaten var bizde ya. Tamam, şurayı tutayım.
Rich folk. Doubt I'll ever understand them. Keeping rats in cages like rabbits.
Let them out, maybe. Like to die of hunger if we leave them there.
I'd sooner burn the vermin. Releasing them's not like to bring no good. Imagine the harm they'd do if they swam back to the village.
Swam? Rats? How do you figure they'd do that?
You needn't fret for them. Clever little bastards. Clever than you.
Bana da karanlık zaten, sıkıntı yok.
They seem sluggish to you. Got the mange, maybe? Oh, and that stench!
Tamam, bitti yani. İsteğe bağlı daha hayalet mi var burada? Yok. Yani en üstte olabilir. Ya kasıyor kanka bir tık ya. Ben görüyorum şeyden. Şunu düşüreceğim. Düşüyor ya. Heh, şu an daha iyi olması lazım sizde de. Meşale mi? Meşale var mı ki yanımızda? Bilmiyorum. Düşüyordu, bas kaldı yere. Ha, burası değil mi?
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
Burada bir kol var.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped too.
Ne oldu lan?
Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out.
Bu kim ya?
Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Benden korkmana gerek
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts, they couldn't see me.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Mage's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Kulenin büyücüsü kimdi o?
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave.
Ne oldu kulede?
Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came.
Anladım ya olayı.
They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
İksir mi, ne iksiri?
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham.
Graham.
He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them.
Şerefsizler ya.
They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere.
Nasıl ya?
Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. all over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into
Sıçanlar
my
bunu
stomach.
yemiş.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
Hayır.
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folk should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so?
Eyvah,
You want
eyvah.
to be my savior, not my tormentor.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But
Ha, onu
he fled
getireceğiz.
and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected strongly. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon...
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things.
Biliyoruz.
You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to
Yaparım.
him? Will you do this for me?
Fine, I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet
Ya sen unutur mu ya?
he's forgotten me.
If he loved you, he'll remember.
Tabii ki.
And want to help.
He said he would always love me. Go to him. Make haste, please.
Annabelle'ın naaşı. Annabelle'ın naaşı. O ne ya? Ben bunu nasıl inceleyeceğim?
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
Bölüm bu arada biraz uzun olacak. Haberiniz olsun. Şunu bitireyim, ondan sonra bitireceğim bölümü. Tamam. Ne oluyor ya?
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Tabii açlıktan ölmüşler bunlar da. Ha, bu yüzden burası var, anladım. Ya dinledim. Kesin burada başıma bir şey gelecek ama hayırlısı ya. Buradan mı gidiyorduk? Yok. Atalım, buradan çıkıyorduk. Özgür kuş. Allah için ya. Bunlar da böyle. Allah Allah, benden kaçıyorlar. Kankacım arı da yani ne için? Hadi görüşürüz. İyi, ben de zaten keşfetmek için buraya gelirdim. Görevle gelmiş olmak daha iyi. Aç lan kapıyı.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
Ben Bev Sünger'im.
I'm a Witcher.
What of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
Annabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Salak. Söyleden alabilir seviyor muydun? Söyle.
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
Ne oldu orada?
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
Where Millie, Finch and Faulkner, they rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But
yeah,
spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell.
Tam olarak ne dedin?
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay.
Laneti bu yapmış.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
But that means... she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
Of.
She was alive the whole time. But... Can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
Bu senin suçun değil.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing. And you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it
Var.
now.
Wrong
Var.
on that count.
Evet.
Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do?
Al kemiklerini göm hadi. Göm naaşını
Bury
hadi.
her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
Those are her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
Hadi peki tamam. Dur kapıdan çıkayım ben. Sen bunu yaparsın. Lan? Yapma.
She's a pesta. And now she's free.
Abi ne oldu? Lan oğlum ya.
And plated flowers. Looks like a small shrine.
Şimdi ben anlamadım. Annabelle bizi kandırdı. Sonra biz kemikleri götürünce sevgilisini mi öldürdü?
Let's go.
Nasıl ya? Vay orospu. Bu kadar da yapılmaz ki ama. Neyse. Aa dur yan görev var şurada. Ya takılacağın ağacı.
Whoa! Six sucklings. You didn't bring but a single scurvy runt. No wonder he cursed us.
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. He scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
Dur bakayım. Onu pesta yapıyor. Anlat bakayım bana. Bunu sonra yapacağım bu arada.
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. And suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from...
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Plain to see that. So, what's wrong with your
Tom.
offerings?
You needn't mock us. You can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
And they're like to get worse. Allgod said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and
Anladım.
locusts or some such will devour the harvest.
I could intercede on your behalf with this Allgod of yours.
Anladım.
Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, Allgod, help a poor wretch in need. Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Nerede? Ha şu.
Oh, Allgod, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought, driving hail, earthquakes, avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? Huh. How would that work? No answer from the Allgod. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him. Voice came from underground. Wine. More like vinegar. Someone drank it anyway. Could follow the scent.
Aa. Bu ne lan?
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure. Expected the Allgod to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, solutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Ay ay. Ha, Sylvian.
Listen here, lardass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Anything new?
Talk to your Allgod, face to face.
And? Will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you the Allgod's merciful, understanding.
Yeah.
Thanks, Witcher.
Oh, one last thing. Did you know there's a crypt beneath this hill? Might want to take a look sometime. Architecture's fascinating.
Güzel. Biz şunu yapıyorduk. Bu görev bitecek mi bu arada? Serdar. Son değil mi bu? Ona göre çünkü videoyu 1,5 saat oldu yani video. Umarım biter. Ne olur bitiyor de ya. Ne olur. Bitecek diye sırf videoyu bitirmedim yani. Demek bunlar Sylvianlar ha? 2 tane karşılaşıyorduk. Biri bu. Anladım. İlk oyunda, ikinci oyundaki şey gibi bunlar ya. Köprüdeki troll vardı ya şeyin başında. Köprünün başında troll vardı. Orayı hem şey tamir ediyordu falan, sonra bunu karısını öldürmüşler falan. Lütfen bittiğini söyle. Lütfen.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Tell me more about this mage from the Isle. Were you two close?
Never expected you'd take such an interest in my
More interested to know if you bonded as fellow magic practitioners.
Oh, we had little in common in that arena. Oh, Alexander was one of those anxious experimenters, forever short on sleep. The kind that thinks perfect happiness is an isolated tab.
İyi, okey.
Fyke Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now? Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse, what was its source?
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a Pesta. Graham's
Pesta.
dead.
And you failed to notice. You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fyke Isle is free of its curse. That's important.
Nasıl neredeyse ya?
Inclined to say good work.
Ya yürü git.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona.
You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist.
Lan biliyordun değil mi? Niye müdahale
I would
etmedin?
have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore given the Isle's been cleansed.
İyi, ver bende kalsın.
I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
Kabul.
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday,
Ama yani
but has yet to arrive.
sen de bokunu çıkarma, gözünü seveyim
Did you
ya.
see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
Tamam, sonraki zaman bakarım ona da.
Why not? If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow.
Niye?
I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Niye ki? Yok sonra şu an değil. Şu an değil. Videoyu bitireceğim. Evet sevgili YouTube, çok uzun bir bölüm oldu. Bugünlük atacağım dünkü gibi, önceki bölümki gibi tek video bu olacak çünkü 1,5 saatlik uzun bir bölüm sizlerle. Yani bu kadar uzun olmasını ben de beklemiyordum. Hatta kesebilirim. Büyük ihtimal kesmişimdir. Haberiniz olsun. Kendinize iyi bakın. Görüşmek üzere, hoşçakalın, bay bay. Videoyu da beğenin. Kanala abone olmayı unutmayın. Destekleriniz benim için önemli. Kendinize iyi bakıyorsunuz. Videoyu da beğenip kanala abone olmayı lütfen unutmuyorsunuz. Tamam. Hadi bay bay. Tekrar söyletmeyin. Söyledim bile.